Greetings and welcome, fellow imperialists, to another episode of the semi-grand campaign, currently in Victoria 2. Right. Now, my alliance with Prussia is mostly in self-defense. I technically could attack Belgium to restore order and call my allies. Prussia would accept, but problem is mostly, if I cannot defeat Britain at sea, I cannot hold on to this. And besides which, like I said, I need to reform my armies. And my navy as well. Now, as much as I like certain parts of my navy, the frigates just have to go. I really need to reduce my naval spending. And for now, let's just reduce the army spending as well. Alright, let's also check on our other fleets. So we have this one here. This one here. Again, the frigates just have to go. Even in the time frame, these are not useful to me. So I'm just going to disband them. The time of the lightship is unfortunately over. Alright, so let's get you over to Rotterdam. And let's put in a naval base in Leeuwarden. And one in Arnhem. Alright, let's just actually let my armies get together a bit. Right, first off, I need some clipper transports. So let's get 2 batches of 8. Right, going to disband the cuirassiers. We don't need heavy cavalry like this. We want hussars. Right, so this army is a little bit too big. Let's get... I need to wait until it updates. We'll be playing at a faster speed once it's all settled. Right. 1 Dutch infantry. Another horsey. And let's get some cannon. Alright, and then there is the Knil, which is the Royal Dutch Indonesian Army. I think. Koninklijke Nederlandse Indonesisch Leger. I think. I may be wrong on that one, but yeah, that's what I think it is. Right, just a little bit more reorganization. We absolutely do not want any irregulars because they are crap. Same here, we're gonna set up a naval and army point. And where's the other? Those up there. Alright, so let's just take our time. And it looks that we can actually get some Dutch infantry in Batavia. Neat. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, that'll take care of that. Now, some of you may be thinking, why don't you just turn Java into a state? You know, expand the empire that way. And, you know, good thought. Something I tried to think of doing when I started the first time. Problem is mostly that I do not have the bureaucrats of the right type in his place, so even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Now, there is a Dutch population on the island, which I could technically turn into the bureaucrats necessary for me to turn this into a state. But, and that's why this interface lies somewhat, because it says incorporating as the state costs 36 colonial power points. That is a lie. For one thing, we don't have the colonial points right now because we just don't have the ships, and we have slightly too many colonies. So I should really also address that. Well, let's get some ships built over here. Unfortunately, the big ships can only be built in naval bases, so we need to get those on the way as well. Right. I need more naval bases. Now, preferably, you know, naval bases in the same sea zone, so I'm gonna have to look for someplace else. Siak will do. And only one per state. And actually, let's turn on the naval thingy. Alright, I am currently broke, so let's just let the time pass a bit. Going to speed 4. Now, what I need is for Belgium to cease being a part of Britain's sphere, because that's going to be my ticket to regaining those lands. So that's something we're hoping for. Now, there's a good chance that Belgium actually will succeed at this, because at the start of the game, they get a couple of events that give them so much prestige at the start that they often get boosted into great power status. Yeah, I know. But that is probably the best time to try it, because there's a good chance that then they will also lose the alliance with Great Britain, because Britain, well, they already have a lot of alliances, and currently they are allied with, well, nobody else of great size. I don't know. It's a bit difficult to say who they're allied with. Let's see, what's the diplomatic relationship? That's how much they like them. Crises, naval, colonial, administrative, revolt risk, diplomatic. Alright. So that is also not really helpful. Right, that doesn't matter. At the moment, I don't think they have any significant alliances, because, yeah, at the start, none of them do, really. Yeah, all just smaller nations. Russia could be a good ally at the start, because they have a massive army, which is, unfortunately, very naff at fighting. I mean, they're on equal tech to us, but they have certain disabilities. So there's that. We also still have Luxembourg, of which the king is the Grand Duke at this point in time. We can't really do much with Luxembourg. Even if we regain Belgium, we can't ever integrate it because we don't have a core on this thing. So that's where it will remain. In fact, if Prussia manages to sphere Luxembourg, they could absorb it into Germany if they manage to form that. Although at this point, I'm not entirely sure when that will happen. There's no point in me allying with any of the German miners, Not that I don't really want to, it's just there's no point for me. Because they are all puppets of Prussia or Austria, and therefore they will not be able to help me in anything I do. Right, so my navy is starting to come together a little bit. I mean, the ships built relatively quickly, and now that I am no longer supporting the frigates, I'm not also running too much of a deficit. Right, what's my national focus doing? Still doing fine. Right, I'm just waiting for some of my army to finish building. Also, I need to keep building ports, so naval base here. And naval base there. Then we're out of money again. Let's give the hoot about their religion. Right. Naval bases are a little bit expensive at the moment because I have cranked up the tariffs a bit, and we're not producing any of the goods we need to build ourselves. That's a concern. No, still not interested in doing that. Stop asking that. Now, I could probably, maybe, turn these places into proper states. But there are significant numbers of Dutch here. But again, I don't have the points for it, so there's no chance of that happening anytime soon. And usually by the time I actually manage to get the points, which you get at this stage by just building lots of man-o'-wars, usually the Dutch have migrated back to the Netherlands. At which point it becomes kind of moot that they actually came over here. Alright, let's just keep getting the naval bases built. Alright. No, Belgium, I'm not interested in being your friend. Hi, Tiggy. I'm plotting against Belgium. Could you... Now's not the time to play with that. But first order of business really is to expand our influence a bit. Could you not do that? Let's see, we got 7 transports, more on the way. And we're still waiting for some stuff. What's holding up our hussars? Luxury clothes, mostly. Now let's have a look at the biggest mystery in this game. The market. Of an element of the game so complex that even the people that designed it back in the day have no idea how it works. Fun. Yeah, but we want luxury clothes, which are not being produced all that much. Understandable that that's a bit difficult, but still. Right now I just want to accumulate enough money that I can get started on building an industry. And in order to do that, I need to have a different party in control, in particular the Nationalist Party, who will give me the state capitalism policies that allow me to build stuff. This will upset some portion of the populace who do not like them in control, but I am an absolute monarch. I decide what goes. I'm not entirely sure if slavery was still allowed at this point. pretty sure that was outlawed already. I mean, we were forced to outlaw it, I think. Well, not in this treaty, but at some point we were forced to outlaw it. Well, at this point it really provides us with a means of generating militancy once people want to get rid of it. Although at this point there's only 4% of the population that wanted reform, and well, so we'll just leave it where it is. If the people are not screaming for the reform, there's no reason to go all in on it. Well, at least the naval bases are building. Alright, we've got some money. So let's start building some factories. Let's build some beer factories. And can I get anything else queued up? And let's get a glass factory as well. Now, there's no rush to industrialize too fast at this stage, because before 1850 our industry is not going to be all that effective, but because our literacy is already at 59% and climbing, we could potentially actually get away with it now, or at least in a little bit. Because essentially I mostly just wanted to boost my country score. Right. Armies is being trained. We have no more armies coming in here. It's all in the colonial area. That's not really my concern. I'm mostly worried about what happens in my lands, and there's some militancy here, but overall our crime fighting effectiveness is quite good. Although we do have some emigration. People are moving in between provinces, that's not too bad. Alright, let's build a factory over here. Something that is not too expensive to maintain. Let's just get a fabric factory. Right. And now we should have enough. Go forward. Right, I also kind of want some boats over in this area, so I can transport my ships. Transport my this thing. So let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's currently going over our limit, which isn't too bad. That doesn't raise our costs too much. Alright, now start looking forward to some wars. I need to find places that have access to sea tiles, because I need as many ports as possible. So probably going for these ports in Oman. I may go for Johor, Aceh, Brunei, possibly Bali, if I can. It's not any great rush though. I don't think Bali has anything I particularly want. And just wood and fish. Alright, that'll do for this episode. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.